Hi everybody, it's Karen from 50's The New 50 blog, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about starting fresh. Even though you might be in your 40s, your 50s, or your 60s, it's never too late to start a new makeup routine. And this time of year when it's spring and we're thinking about spring cleaning, it might be a time to give it a try. So I wanted to share with you a little bit more about Maskcara Beauty and get back to the basics. So could you imagine cleaning out your makeup bag, which is a good thing to do, and your drawers of makeup and condensing it all down to one compact like this? With a few brushes and a compact like this, you're really going to streamline your makeup routine. So I'm going to do a really quick highlight and contour with just these 4 colors to start and give you an idea of how quick and easy it is. This is our Buffy brush. This is a great 2-ended brush that's made specifically to work with these cream foundations. So I thought I'd just go ahead and get started. So the majority of us would start by contouring. Now contouring adds a shadow and kind of helps define and frame our face here. And we're just going to swoop that up underneath. You can feel that right underneath your cheekbone. You want to make sure that you brush that up into the hair and just so that you can see right away, even from the front, the difference between. Now another place you'd want to contour possibly is up on your forehead by adding a natural shadow underneath your hairline or using contour to narrow your face. So again, I'm just going to use the same contour color and this side of that Buffy brush and just buff that. The contour actually works as part of your 3D foundation, so I won't. Now another place to contour is along your jaw and under your chin, and this will just emphasize your natural bone structure, but also helps elongate your jaw and your neck and helps camouflage double chin or a little bit of loose skin under here. So just take the same side of that Buffy brush, brush it right into that ash contour, and we're just going to kind of come right along up underneath your ear, down along the side, and then just pull that color down to add a shadow. And we're not going along the side of our face, we're just kind of right underneath and then pulling that color down under our neck. And another place to contour is just right under your chin where you already have that natural shadow, and if you get it where you don't want it, it's just cream, just brush it off. So the next step in highlighting and contouring is adding your highlights. And you may be color matched to 2, maybe even 3 highlights, depending on what type of coverage you need, what type of skin coloring you have. So my main highlight is called Mango, and that's this color here. So I'm going to take my Buffy brush, the larger end, and just do 2 taps. That's all you really need to start. And I'm going to come in up at the top here, and I'm just going to stipple or pounce some of that coloring right underneath the contour. All right, and then I'm going to come in underneath my eye where I have this brown discoloration and on my eyelids. Definitely, I have a lot of brown pigmentation up here, so that just helps color correct and conceal. You see the difference? So 2 more taps, and then we're just going to continue on applying your main foundation highlight color everywhere that you would put. So finished putting on my main highlight foundation color, and the next step is right here is to add a brightener. And so a brightening shade or highlight that you would get color matched with is going to be used to brighten the center of your face and to really pull forward that part of your face. That's why you've contoured and you've shadowed, add shadows on the outside, and then in the center here we want to pull that forward. So you can just brush off that end on a little dry washcloth, that smaller end of your Buffy brush, and you're going to tap that in to your brightener highlight. And this one's called Candlelit, and the first place I want to brighten is on the inside of my eye. It gets really dark in there, so I'm going to start along the side of my nose. And then with that same color that's on there, I'm going to come underneath my eye, but not right up under my lashes. I'm coming underneath that area where I've already applied my concealer. I don't want to brighten that area. I want to leave that already. And this helps provide, it's already shadowed or darker on the outside, so this kind of helps narrow your nose and brighten. And then we can put a little bit here and down on our chin, where the light would naturally hit us, okay? So we have contoured, put our main foundation or highlight, a brightening highlight, And then the next step will be to add a lip and cheek color, but first we want to go ahead and blend all of this in. So you can just flip over and take that side of your Buffy brush, because this is a great beginner brush, and you're going to start up at the top where you have your contour, and I'm just gently kind of swirling and tapping where that contour and my main foundation, where that line is, because I want to pounce and soften that. So already you can see how that has softened that. You can still see the shadow, but there's not that harsh line that looks like down here. Okay, so that's just doing pouncing. Then here where I have that brightener, same thing. You can just kind of take your brush and just put it on that little washcloth that you have. And then here we're just pouncing where that brightener and the regular color. You can pounce over your nose to blend down here and on your chin. And then another place we want to blend is we want to go in here where we put that brightener color and just gently pouncing and softening. And we're just blending. And that's all you're doing. It's just a little bit of pouncing. The brushes are very, very soft. They're made to work with this cream foundation. So there we go. We've softened and blended in. Now we still have our contour showing here, so we can do a little bit of softening here. And basically, you're just going to tap along here. Before we put the blush on, we'll just kind of work that in a little bit. We don't want to remove it completely, but we can soften those lines from one palette. The next step is to add some lip and cheek color. And the great thing about our lip and cheek colors is they're also cream, and they also fit right inside these palettes. So this one here is called Pink Grapefruit. It's a really soft matte color, which is great. You can use that same brush, the bigger end of the Buffy brush, and we're just again going to tap that into that color. And then just going to go look at your face and determine where you want to put your blush. We want to apply it just kind of not right here, but just a bit above, right there, and then right above your contour towards and up. So I'm going to pounce right here, applying that color, and then I'm just in a pouncing motion pulling it up above the contour, and then we'll go ahead and just stipple and blend those colors together. Just so there's no, again, no harsh lines, softening that really pretty color. So I'm just pouncing and pouncing, getting it to warm up on my skin. Isn't that a fun color? You can still see my contour underneath, but it's adding some lip and cheek color there. We can also use these on our lips. So again, just can apply it right out of one palette. You don't need to have extra tubes of lipstick rolling around inside your purse. I'll go ahead and do the other cheek real quick. You've applied your 3D foundation, you're going to want to set your cream makeup, and you're going to want to use a setting spray. So eyeshadow look that you can do very simply. You want to get one of our eyeshadow everything brushes. This brush is amazing. It's got a big fluffy end that holds all of the pigmented powders wonderfully, and then it has more of a nubby end for doing some more of your detail. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with this Valencia, which is almost a peachy color. This is going to be my neutral lid. This is going to be the color I'm going to use. So I'm going to take my fluffy end of my eyeshadow everything brush, and just in a windshield wiper motion, I'm going to apply that all over my lid, all the way up even underneath my brow. And this is just going to give me the base to the look that I'm going for today, which is going to be a very soft spring eyeshadow look. All right, next step is to go in with my mid-tone shade, and this one is called Leo, and I'm going to pick that up again with that part of the fluffy end of that eyeshadow everything brush, and I'm going to put that right in the crease of my eye and a little bit above. And that's a great tip. If you have hooded eyes or smaller lid and don't have a whole lot of space, you want to create the illusion by creating your lid by putting your mid-tone color in the crease but above the brow, so even almost right on your brow bone. You see that there? So we're just putting that on there, and that's going to be my mid-tone color, which is Leo. You can even put some down here. All right, and then we're just, right now I'm just going to kind of swirl and blend and soften any hard lines. And that's another big tip, is you definitely need to blend, blend, blend. All right, the next step is to do a contrasting color to give my eyes some definition on the outside. And I'm going to use this number 33, which is this gold. It is a shimmer. It's a gold flecks inside this really pretty emerald green. So we're going to take this end of the brush, which is the nubby end, I call it, and we're going to pick up some of that. And I'm going to start on the outside corner and kind of just make a little crease or a little diamond area. So we're going to start out here, and I have to hold my eye. It's okay if you'd have to hold your eye just a little bit taut. And we're just applying that down here in that corner in a little kind of sideways V shape. Now I don't want to bring this color in very far. I only want it to be in the outside, almost the outside third of my eye, and I want to always leave the inside of my eye with the lighter tones so that it appears larger and more open. So then we're going to switch over and we're going to blend again. So we're just going to go in and just blend first in the lighter shades. Brush that off, and then I'm going to come down here and blend that number 33, which is such a fun name, that really green accent color. Okay, isn't that pretty? Finally, to just add just a little bit more definition and almost to create some depth and to make our lashes and the outside of our eye even more defined, is to go in with that nubby brush, and I'm going to pick up this dark shade, almost like a liner, and it's called Cocoa. I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to put that just on the outside third, deep down into my lashes. So we're going to just work that right down in there. And put a little bit more, and you can even put some underneath. Now, if you get a little bit of fallout, just go ahead and grab your Buffy brush, and you can just go in there and just gently brush that off right underneath your eye there. All right, again, back to blending. Let's go ahead and switch back over to that end. Again, it's all about the blending. You always want to go back and check and make sure that everything is blended and all the lines are softened. And then if you need to and you want to just put a little bit more brightener, we can go back to that really light color, that Valencia again, and we can just put some more of that way up here at the top. So the great thing about the mascara foundations and contours is that they're multi-purpose. So I can actually use my Ash contour as an eyebrow pomade. So I'm going to use this brush here. It's called the Hotline brush. It's got a little angled end here, and it's got the spoolie on the other end. And we're just going to pick up some of that Ash contour, and we're just going to go ahead and keep it at an angle, and we'll just flick up into our eyebrows like in the direction of the hair, and we will darken up and shade our eyebrows. How easy that is, all in one. Then I'll just come over here and turn it and just draw out a little tail, kind of shade underneath here, and then just turn that spoolie over and just brush them up. Okay, so if you're ready to spring clean your makeup and try something new, you just need to message me. I'd love to get you color matched to your 4-piece palette, suggest the right brush that you would need, and if you want to get adventuresome and just really clean out that makeup bag, let's get you some mascara, eyeshadows, an illuminator, maybe a bronzer. Everything is cream and everything just fits right into your compact. So super easy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to just message me and reach out at any time.